Patent.
Ok.
O Caruco. Mon père vient au Saint-Martinville, ici en Poitiers.
Ok.
Il vient au Poitiers, France. Mon mère vient de Nova Scotia. Elle
Okay.
était in l'Acadien.
Ok.
So,
When?
When I left home,
When was-
1968.
So pre-68, no AC.
No AC.
So what? That's the place, right?
That's it. That's the
Okay.
house. I remember trying to get to sleep.
What would you do? Put water in the tub?
Is it worth trying? I think I'm good to go, honestly. Mercy, why did you get off the bomb? Alright, they're talking shit. I gotta bring the blood down and bend him over. Boom! Boom him over. Alright, but we gotta watch some like motivational shit, man. That means I gotta learn to get around it. Good.
Fun to watch on TV because there's so much cheering when someone makes a shot, and then everybody quiets down again.
Yeah, this field was as wild as it could be, I think.
Yeah, it performs when you're 25.
Yeah, I mean, I still have a lot of potential, and I'm definitely will be aiming to get up there.
So how did you make the trek from days to play? How old were you?
You mean the first time I came?
Yes.
Remember, they had this, it was like one of those latch type of locks, and it had a bolt through it with the nut all the way buried, and this bolt was like, it felt like it was this long, right? So I'm having to unscrew this freaking bolt, right? I'm screwing on, it's the finest threads I've ever felt, right? So I'm unscrewing this bolt, finally, bing, I get that.
She stood by me, you know? And finally, we found some evidence that was testable in 1995.
What was the evidence?
It was for Blake, and it broke open in transport and spilled.
Reload.
So, Jackie left me. Had nothing left, and it's now out on Netflix. But they finally closed down the... crushed me, man. Tortured me. And I thought, I'm gonna get you back. You know, for all the days you made me go in a cage and beat some other prisoner while you stood there with a club laughing.
Swamping Mark!
What the fuck?
I look back as one of those real decisions. I think we should have done whatever it would have taken to ship that 2 years early. Just be less ambitious with some of the technologies and get it out there. And cases of traumatic attitude than they should have about the limits of growth, the limits of resources, that we need to dial back our ambitions because
We have been.
Yeah, I had it about 10 minutes, so the 8,000 was gone. And so this guy that was playing there, his name was Frank Seals, and he was a legendary stake horse. And he used to stake CJ when he was a kid, and a lot of players throughout the years. And he said, hey, if you're ever bored, you want to come up to Morristown, Tennessee, I got a kid, I'll let you play, if you still want to play, you know. I like the way you gamble, is what he said. Watch me play blackjack, blow all my money, right? Yeah, I think the equipment in the hospital. Yeah. So, and the training. I mean, these guys, you had better course, so I'm sure y'all talked about his regimen, right?
He's my
Black guy. That area. So I walk in this pool room in Cleveland called Carnegie Billiards. The whole area is more black area, right? Oof. And along with that, I mean, just like it. Once they start liking it, they're gonna watch it. It was our 85, like way down there.
Shuts that thing off. That's such a great thing to be able to do, to shut the world out. It's not a great thing to have, obviously, but
Yeah.
to have that, it's almost, he's
Friendly
it's like,
mission
you know what a
successful.
sensory deprivation is? I'll show you.
Okay.
You lay in salt.
Go out to the golf course, gamble golf, come back to the pool room, and make pool games.
15 seconds.
It was
Op
awesome.
4,
The
last
whole
stop
summer
standing.
was like this. So as Frank comes in
Op
one
4
morning,
eliminated. Mission successful.
and he looked real upset. And he never looked upset. Always happy. Yeah. Well, that's the only reason is, again, because you can take the levels. Yeah. There's there's so many ways to match up, you know. I mean, I played games, you know, I played a guy in St. Louis one time, 8 or 9, I think it was.
Wow.
So I had to spot my first, whatever, 40 balls, 42 balls or something. Wow. Yeah. Now that's a little
crazy
extreme.
Spot.
Yeah. We were, and you know, you got to bet a little higher because the games don't go very fast, right? But, you know what backgammon is, right? And you know how they play with the cube?
Yes.
Okay, so we played one game money with the cube. The cube's neutral. So say you break the balls. Great way to gamble, by the way. Especially if you're there for a while. You're playing a guy all the time.
That's interesting.
Yeah. But you can't do that with 9 pockets. But you can do it with 1 pocket because the 1 pocket is a fast game. It's going to take an hour.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Grew up loving commentators. You know, whenever I was a kid, you knew all the commentators because there wasn't cable television. I really liked those moments. And then I was always a sports guy. I've always been taking part in smaller things in the games. I was a really good baseball player, believe it or not. I was a really good tennis player. You know, I used to be like 260.
Did you not hit him once?
You know? Really? Yeah, but I knew how to take one on tilt, went on the road. I think I told you about that the night, first time in forever I did that. So, you know, and of late, when you gamble, it's you want to be set for 20,000. You don't start off like we used to do it, 300-400 a game, and you try to play for a while. You know? So, but yeah, stay focused. There's part to do with it. Good pool rooms.
Giant audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, that's what a great idea where everybody's cheering and screaming.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe that's a thing that, like, with the Moscone Cup, if you had a high stakes game like that. Maybe that was
Well, I think that, but the thing with the long ones, man, I not long races. I couldn't draw my cue ball the next day.
Oh, wow.
This little right here, this little muscle right here. Oh, it wouldn't keep going. It would like kind of swing and quit, swing and quit. It was unbelievable. And then the same thing with darts, believe it or not. If you play darts for like a bunch of, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you just
that makes
get,
sense.
it just messes up that little sensation you want, you know. So.
Yeah, I always found the worst was curls. When you did curls,
kill you.
Couldn't play.
Yeah.
You're just like
no feel.
Nothing. Just numb.
Well,
Willie Hoppy apparently wouldn't even drive his car when he had
Willie Hoppy. I wish I would have met him. The ones say he was a character. Of course, all the old. Yeah. Fats was like.
Someone exposed you.
Loved him.
We read a statistic once that at the turn of the century, New York had something like 900 pool halls.
Wow.
See if that's true. In 1900, I think in the 1900, New York had some absurd.
Op 4 neutralized.
Wow. Well, Houston had a ton of them whenever I played.
900 times.
No, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you could say not many have a lot of lines besides Tom,
right.
You know, Mary Elizabeth, Master Antonio.
That you get from that. I wonder how many people like made Blue Hustlers after The Hustler. How many people saw that movie? Because back then they didn't have very many movies.
Oh no, those were two of the biggest. Right?
Yeah. People that probably caused a resurgence.
I would say so.
1 Op 4 remaining.
Yeah, I think it did pretty well overall.
It was a huge movie.
Yeah.
Did it win anything?
You know, like I was saying.
That'd be like me, cornering. Leonard was at his, talking about retirement with me and everything. He's like, man, I just wish I could get a fight with
The diffuser is now secure.
3 times. 3 times. My neighbor, what? He said that my dog was acting. No, absolutely. Somebody else had done it, but I was his neighbor, so he said my
I think you can do something about that. You can burn her.
Elevate, which is strength conditioning. And they were like, "You're gonna fucking knock your teeth out." And I was like, "Well, I'll do it too."
You're constantly doing shit like that, right?
Why not? I can't wait. El Nino, baby. Come on, Colorado's gonna be unreal this year. I cannot.
I'm not done with you! All of your go! Boogie's shredding!